Right.
Hi everyone, this is the Oggie Overhaul update.
Indeed.
This is week 8. I've just checked on the calendar. It's 8 weeks today that we did the sit down and chat at Kilio.
Yeah.
And I discussed what I wanted to do really, and improve my game.
Indeed.
So this is a kind of a quick run through about what we've done.
Yes.
And then you will probably tell us things about what we'll be doing in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the important thing with this as an update to your Big Oggie crew, as you told me they like to be referred to.
Yeah, the crew members. I'm a pirate, not a bandit.
Oh, there you go.
So the crew members.
Is to just put into context what have we done so far, because I know, and we'll come on to comments, but some of the comments were about maybe why aren't you doing X, Y and Z, which I'll explain through. But as far as I'm concerned, we've done all the testing, monitoring,
done lots of assessment pieces,
assessments, and although we might have just slightly, I say, overkilled the amount, I just wanted to give your crew a feeling of different types of assessment you might do, because I'm working with you for a whole year. Those assessments seemed a lot longer and took longer time.
Yeah, I think there's a balance between what we put on video to obviously explain it to you, the viewers, and obviously what you would just normally do with someone who was just going for a lesson.
Yes.
So
and specifically, if you came just for a bunker lesson, I would still do an assessment, but maybe only an assessment of that bunker lesson, whereas you've had the whole
whole assessment experience. Really.
Exactly.
And I think that's it. So although we've done 8 weeks, and I think we missed out 1 week with lots of bad weather and stuff, it's actually still quite a condensed amount of lessons we've done, even though it looks like we've done 2 months.
Yes, yeah, 100% so. So going forward, I think what the viewers will notice is they're more now going to be based on lessons, as opposed to tests all the time. But at the same time, I need you to be able to go away as a result of benchmarking where we are on certain levels, and when you're practicing, say you're working against a mark, a level, a mark, a consistency, or even a result of the shots. But yes, 8 weeks in, 2 months later, we haven't got any big noticeable announcements on handicap because you haven't started playing.
And that's one of the other things. I'm actually, this is being filmed on the Tuesday. The Tuesday we've actually just done a bunker lesson, which we will put on after this in a few days' time after. The main problem recently has been that I play at West Cornwall Golf Club near St Ives, and their main weekly Stableford, men's weekly Stableford, is on a Wednesday, and it just happens to be it's coincided with the fact that normally we film on a Wednesday, because I have to fit obviously around your lessons. You're a busy man, and at the moment for me it's been concentrate on the lessons, change the technique, and also trying to change the technique on various different bits before I kind of went back into competition.
Definitely.
I didn't want to get disheartened and it all go to pieces. And
so as a positive, the handicap hasn't gone up. But
no, it hasn't gone up.
It hasn't changed.
No, I'm 34.3 according to the How Did I Do system.
Yes. But you're playing competition tomorrow, so
first comp out, so a bit of pressure.
Some news on.
Yeah, but good or bad, and the simple fact is, you know, people who've seen me play face to face, Darren Sturman and Smithy and some other people that I've met along the way, they have seen noticeable changes in my game. But it's whether I can now take it onto a course when the pressure of competition and thinking about scores.
Yeah, definitely. Is different. And again, that will be, and I keep referring to you with our list of different lessons we'll do. At some point we will go through some mental processes that will help you achieve better things. And it's ironic we're talking about mental processes, because if you watch the next video with the bunkers, John was explaining to me about how he goes into a bunker and might not necessarily look at the positive, i.e. I can hold the shot, more so what I can do wrong. I foolishly set up a camera straight behind the camera, behind the flag rather, and then I'm stood in the bunker going, for God's sake, don't hit John's camera.
Yeah.
Which is completely the opposite of what I've been telling you to do.
And I don't know if I'm going to show it on the video or not, but actually
No,
you didn't. Well, you didn't mess it up because you did get the ball out.
Yeah.
But there was quite a ridge that eventually just all rolled back in again. And that's purely because you were worried about getting distance towards that camera.
Yeah, yeah. And again, in the back of my mind, I was thinking £2,000 camera sat behind the flag.
Yeah. Which is just as scary as me thinking there's another bunker the other side of the green.
Definitely.
If I top this, I'm going to go flying.
Yeah. So I think both of us in that instance, the mental process we'll definitely look at. Don't know quite how that's going to show up on the video because that'll be a thought process rather than actual movements.
I think people have picked up certain ones, certainly on the on-course assessment we did. I've had quite a few comments privately and publicly saying about, I never really thought about when you're chipping onto a green whether you should be thinking what side of the green to land the ball, whether I've just been trying to get over the hill or off the bunker. So people are realising about how you describe mindset when you're playing.
Yes.
So that is good. It is being picked up on some of the videos.
And to a large degree, I don't know if other golf pros will watch these videos, but when I make this comment, I think as a golf pro that teaches pretty much, I say full time in and out of other roles and responsibilities I have, when I'm teaching people, I always work on the assumption that nice as possible they're not going to remember everything I say. So much so that I'll try and give them maybe 3-4 points. Again, realistically, they might only take one thing away.
Sure.
Teaching yesterday, and I thought I gave a brilliant lesson, and in the last minute or so, I said to the guys teaching, well, just make sure your left foot's turned out a bit more because that will help do everything we've talked about. And he thought that was the best bit of the lesson, and it was literally a 10-second do that because that will link into everything else, and as far as he was concerned that was the best thing of that lesson. And I think, wow, the other 44 minutes of that 45 minutes were just as good, but he's taken away that one thing. So
that clicked with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know I think we discussed it right at the very start, that the issues I have as a 52, nearly 53-year-old, it doesn't always sink in as easily as a young lad starting out, where they kind of remember everything in a swing. I'm just trying to remember one thing at a time at the moment, chipping away at something. Yeah,
definitely. So I often refer to on the videos about this list of things we'll do. And I know, and I say I don't apologise for not answering anyone's comments. I'm busy, I know John's busy, and you do a very good job answering the comments. So please do keep commenting, because John comes back to me and says, look, I've had this from so and so, maybe we need to discuss that, which is brilliant. And for that reason, I will say to you all now, and John's fully behind this, if anyone does have any questions, keep firing them in. And as a suggestion, I'll start monitoring them more so, and we'll base some of the videos on maybe some of the comments.
Sure, because I think some people, well, I know that some people are learning things from watching me and you do these videos. So I know they're not actually in the video, but they are taking tips and hints from them.
Definitely. And again, I think we had one about, we going to deal with your left wrist, or your wrists and your left arm?
Yeah, Big Ross from Ireland, absolutely lovely man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just think I didn't reply properly to it, because I think if during that video you actually mentioned that because we were seeing each other very regularly every week, we didn't have to go through the whole process in one step. No. I think for me, I was just working on that back foot issues. That was all that was about.
Definitely.
That video.
And therefore, Big Ross, it's Big Ross, wasn't it? I've got a list just as much as whether I'm looking down my list now, and John's got a list of all these little things that he keeps asking me, and we will knock them off. And again, I think we had the comment about making you feel good or bad as well. If I listed everything that was possibly wrong with a 34 handicapper, you'd never want to go out and play golf.
No.
So that list, that yes, some of these comments are relevant, some of them aren't, we'll just work through them and go, yeah, that's so far down the priorities. And in my mind, whether everyone agrees, I'm dealing with our #1 priority first, and that will get shuffled around. And one day, Ross, your wrist, that I've noticed as well on the left arm, comes higher up on that list.
Yeah.
And also, we're doing this over the winter, so like today, lovely sunny day.
We managed to run out and do a bunker.
Run out, do the bunker quickly while there's hardly any wind. There were no greenkeepers out there. There was no chainsaw, helicopters, hurricanes blowing through. It was nice and easy. So we did that as and when. And again, I think I messaged someone, your mate Chris.
Chris on the tee from
Florida. About why your follow through was a little bit abrupt. And yes, in my mind I was thinking, right, I need to do that on this next one, but as it's happened, nice day, I can talk about that on the range when it's chucking it down with rain.
Yeah, I think that's it. You could probably, instead of going Oggie Overhaul part 1, 2, 3, 4, you might actually end up going back and going 4, 7 and 9.
Definitely.
And they might be the whole rebuild of the actual iron swing.
Definitely.
But at the moment we're just chopping and changing a little bit as and when we can film stuff.
And of course the other option is let's go to Florida, stay with
we
Chris.
could do that. Yeah, Chris.
And,
Chris, when we coming over?
Yeah. And then we could actually go through it and not worry about weather and timing. So there is a little bit of juggling around, as you've just said, but yes, people don't have to watch it in order. It's not like you're going to miss out on something. Cherry pick what you feel is relevant to you. So with those questions, the only other one I saw on there was that gap test.
Yeah, there were quite a few questions about the gap test, because I think people didn't quite understand what we were doing.
And more importantly, their thought process on what they would get from a gap test to what I wanted to get from that gap test. Just to clarify, that gap test was just a benchmark of where you were. In my mind, I still stand by the fact you can only have an average if you take all 5 shots. You can't suddenly decide to discount 1 or 2 of them. And then on, say, the 7-iron, I would discount that 1, and then on the driver, actual fact, give me another 5, because they're not how I normally hit them. It was literally there just to say, look, just let's have a go at this so you get used to.
It was completely in the rule.
Absolutely. Just have a go, get used to hitting that many shots in a row, because there's the pressure situation. And let's just have a look. Let's look at your best one. So maybe the average was a little bit misleading, but I'm sure you've got a column on that chart that says, look, your best 9-iron went that far, your best 8-iron, your best 7. And we can monitor that. Are we upping your best? As I was discussing to someone I taught yesterday now with a gap test, they marked it on out of 5 shots, how many were they happy on? So out of their 13 clubs, they were, let's say, they were happy with more than half their shots. Now you could look at your 5 shots and go, no, I was not as happy, or I was less happy, and more.
I think with the gap test for me, and this may have been the same misunderstanding that other people did, I just assumed that a gap test would be stand on the tee position, hit 5 shots with every club, and see how far they got. I didn't have any thought process about direction or keeping things tighter in dispersion, any of those kind of things. It was about whack the ball 5 times to see how far it goes.
Definitely.
So it's been a big eye-opener for me to realise that a gap test is not actually just about trying to work out that a 9-iron goes this far and an 8-iron goes this far. It was about other things as well, and I think that's what a lot of people got confused by.
And long term it will be. And if you're a single-figure golfer, I think it is almost a complete reversal in that sense. Yes, I need to know how far my 6-iron goes. I need to know, is there a big gap between where I finish my irons and my wood start? But for where you are, and remember, this wasn't a mass-produced video to one size fits all. This was for you personally. Have a go. That's your numbers. We're not taking out any bad shots.
No, and it certainly highlighted that certain clubs, I had a complete false idea about whether they were good or bad for me.
Definitely.
And again, I don't have a pure swing yet. It's improving. And it's improving to the fact that when I played the other day, and I did pick a club up, and I said to you earlier, I looked at my rangefinder watch. It said 125 yards, and I thought when we did that practice the other day, I hit 8-iron 120 to 125 yards every time.
Yes, which is brilliant.
And I hit it 122 yards. It rolled past them, went off the green because it didn't hold, but it was exactly the distance I went. So that was kind of nice that my thought process has got into this club is this thing. Irrespective of whether I might have hit a dust shot or not.
Definitely. So the gap test, like I said, that's the way I do it. other people might do slightly differently.
But it worked for me. It gave me other things apart from just trying to work out distances, which we can't do yet until we get my swing consistent.
More consistent. But that was marking that. And as for I needed it to make you feel better next time, well, to a large degree, surely, as you found out with the bunker lesson, if you go away happy, feeling more comfortable doing something, surely any lesson is making you feel better next time.
Yeah, it's not on camera, but we were packing up the cameras after the bunker lesson. Yeah. I actually said to you, I really enjoyed that lesson. Yeah. Where before I'd hate everything to do with bunker.
And every one of your shots in that bunker came out. Yeah. Probably based a little bit on our pre-chat. Yeah. Last time when we did our analysation of it. So yes, blimey, if we have to be honest. Again, you know, I'll say to you, because I know you can't. Well, if it's no good, it's no good.
Sure.
There's no point me saying, well, don't worry about that one. But at the same time, all your shots came out.
Yep.
It's brilliant.
Happy days.
And then next time we do it, yes, I want that feel-good factor. It's getting better. But if it gets worse, I'll say, John, in actual fact, it's gone the wrong way.
And you have to always be honest with me.
Yeah.
There's no point in falsifying things and building someone up and they think they're going to go out every week and play really well when they're not.
No, exactly. And then we just have some coping mechanisms, because if you do go in the bunker tomorrow
and it goes wrong, which is quite possible,
but at the same time it doesn't matter, it goes wrong, it's just an opportunity to get in the next bunker.
Sure.
And show how well you can do.
Yeah, I mean the bunker we used today was quite deep, but I also know the ones in West Cornwall and quite a few of the links are very deep.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Just more technique.
And as a rule, and I know we're getting off the subject and just meandering around, just chatting, it's only a proper bunker if you've got steps going down into it.
Sure.
And we know West Cornwall very well. There are a number of bunkers with steps going down to the bunker. They're proper bunkers.
Sure.
As simple as. So yeah, good luck tomorrow with that one.
Thank you.
The only other things I've made a little note of was the fact, as well as these individual lessons we're doing, where we're looking at specific things, whether it be what you're doing with your wrist, what you're doing with your foot, are you still bobbing up and down, have we got that follow through a bit better. I do at some point need to watch you playing golf out on the golf course. I make a big point with this a lot with the county juniors that I coach, and that is we shouldn't keep playing the same place, because it's amazing how many, well again even your viewers think they're good at putting because they always get the lines right on their own golf clubs or golf courses. Well, yeah, if you've played the same golf course week in, week out, you get very good at reading greens, but are you reading the green, or do you just know the break goes
We often say, Smithy and I, we do lots of on-course vlogs, we say, next time we play this, it'll be better. Because you don't know the approach to that one is going to somewhere hidden. You didn't know where the green was going to be there. Once you get used to playing the same place every time, if you remember.
So we will do a few lessons out on the golf course where we'll just play, so it won't be me coaching you.
No, just be playing with a few bits of advice as we go around.
And more importantly, just seeing how you deal with certain situations. So there'll be some tactical info going in, but I know we'll let you make the mistakes first and then say, hang on, there was a different way to look at this. At the same time, I'll go first and say, this is what I see. And for that reason, just to involve your crew, if anyone does want to invite us to their golf club, like I said, it's not going to be me teaching your viewers or you, but it'll just give us a chance to go somewhere different so that I can then see how you look at these holes. Yeah,
it's a bit like a bit of an on-course vlog with a professional.
Yes.
So that we understand more of the mindset about how you would think where I would play.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously predominantly that would be southwest because it's travelling.
Yeah.
And
unless anyone wants to pay my expenses.
Yeah, unless you want to pay expenses to go somewhere. But yeah, Cornwall, Devon. As long as we got a bit of notice, it'd be good to go and.
I'll have to dig out my passport though if we go over the
bridge. Over the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, we don't often go that far, but no, you do because you travel around everywhere. So yes, feel free to contact John with some invites there, and if no one invites us, we'll just
go anyway.
We'll just stay local. We'll go anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, that's where we are.
Yeah.
I know we discussed things off of camera as well in terms of what we're going to try and do and our plan going forward. But as I said, just to recap, we've done all our assessments. We're starting to work through these individual points. I've got a list of things I've seen. Add it to the comments we've also got. We'll address those, but more in video, because again, apologies, I don't have time to answer all those comments. And yes, the only difference will be at some point we need to start, once we've dealt with all these theoreticals of what your arms are doing, what your head's doing, what your legs are doing, I do need to see that in a practical environment.
In real life.
Yeah, real life.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it as good? Why are you doing it slightly less, better? I need to see you playing the shots out of the golf course.
Yeah, there's a whole different thing, and I played West Cumberland the other day, between what we were doing on the range to what I was feeling I should be doing on the course.
Yes.
And again, everyone knows that range practice and all lessons are completely different to playing real life golf.
Definitely. Yeah. So that's where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've thoroughly enjoyed this first 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Yeah.
Apologies if the videos can sometimes be me waffling on.
Yeah, but you do it really well.
Comment.
Professor, whatever we're going to call you, not sure yet. Professor TUCKNOTT.
Yeah. But again, you know, I'm here to help John more so than to promote myself. But I can just say I've thoroughly enjoyed the time. I still need a sponsor for some hat wear though, because I'm
losing your hair. I'm making you lose your hair, man.
Yeah. And if I do this, you suddenly think, wow, I've got no hair left. So yeah, maybe a sponsorship.
It does make you very self-conscious going on camera.
It does.
And you're on camera a lot now,
exactly.
which is something you're not used to.
And I've perfected this breathing in now. Other than when you suddenly...
But they say going on camera puts 2 stone in weight on you, which means I'm about, God knows what I am now. That's enormous. So yeah, it's quite scary.
Yeah. But no, it's been really, really good. So keep commenting to the videos below.
Yeah, we'll finish this one up now, but we will say in 2 or 3 weeks' time we'll do a question and answer one. So bring your comments in. I've got a couple of questions already I want to ask Matt, but I'm going to leave them until that video.
Yes.
And then we'll do a question and answer video. That'd be quite cool.
And we'll do that almost as a, I don't want to use the word quick fix, but we'll do that question and answer on a range somewhere, so that if you have your list, we can go, and maybe even I'll bring my dry whiteboard and we'll put it on a priority of where I feel it's a priority. I'm not saying everyone else will agree, yeah, but in my mind I know what we're working at, and we'll just almost like they used to do it on Top Gear, didn't they, where they had that leaderboard and they shuffled the names around with the times, but we could put in a list and say, well, okay, we're going to work on this now, or it's low down. And if
there's a couple of questions that people have asked in general about the Oggie Overhaul and about me changing my handicap down, which again we can just ask, we can answer those in general at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that sounds like a plan.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching. This will be video 8, although it's 8.5 because of the 7.5 one we didn't really count. So 8 weeks in, I'm actually loving it. Matt seems to be enjoying the progress as well, and the process that we're doing this. We're learning every day. We're learning about the filming, we're learning about the playing. Yeah. And now it's about getting back on that course to see what I can do.
Indeed.
Thanks so much, Matt. Cheers.
Take care.